Have you ever wondered if your friendly Siberian Husky has a bit of wolf in them? After all, their piercing eyes and wild demeanor seem straight out of the wilderness. But what if I told you that while Huskies and wolves share a surprising genetic connection, they are far more different than you might think? In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating bond between these two striking animals. You'll uncover what makes Huskies look so wild, why wolves remain untamed, and some shocking differences that set them worlds apart. Stick around till the end and you'll discover an incredible fact about Huskies that even most dog owners don't know. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. To understand the connection between wolves and Siberian Huskies, we need to travel back thousands of years. Huskies, like all domestic dogs, share a common ancestor with wolves. That's right, your fluffy Husky, curled up on the couch, has ancient roots tied to one of nature's most fearsome predators. This connection has fueled countless myths and misunderstandings about the two animals. But how much of a wolf is really in your Husky? While their lineage begins with the same wild ancestor, centuries of evolution and human intervention have created two entirely different creatures. Huskies were bred for specific purposes, like pulling sleds across icy terrains, making them the hardworking, social dogs we know today. Wolves, on the other hand, remained untouched by domestication, living in the wild as apex predators. Still, it's easy to see why people often confuse the two. Both have thick coats that protect them from harsh winters, sharp, pointed ears, and those unforgettable piercing eyes. But if you take a closer look, the differences between them are far more striking than the similarities. In this video, we'll break down these differences, starting with their appearances. From body size to tail posture, even the subtlest traits can reveal whether you're looking at a wolf or a Husky. Next, we'll explore their behaviors, because while a Husky might greet you with an excited howl, a wolf would have an entirely different reaction. And finally, we'll reveal how domestication shaped Huskies into the loyal companions we love today. Stay tuned as we unravel the fascinating world of wolves and Huskies, peeling back the layers of their shared history to discover what truly sets them apart. At first glance, it's easy to see why people often confuse Siberian Huskies with wolves. Their similarities are striking, and these shared traits are no coincidence. They are a result of their shared ancestry. Let's dive into the features that make these two animals look so alike. First, let's talk about their fur. Both wolves and Huskies have thick, double-layered coats designed for survival in cold climates. The undercoat acts as insulation, while the outer layer repels water and snow. This adaptation makes both animals perfectly suited for harsh winter environments, where temperatures can plummet far below freezing. Then there are those mesmerizing eyes. Huskies are famous for their piercing blue eyes, a trait that's rare but not impossible in wolves. Wolves usually have yellow or amber eyes, but the intense gaze they share with Huskies has an almost hypnotic quality, creating a sense of mystery and wildness. Their body structure is another area of overlap. Both have lean, athletic builds designed for endurance. While wolves rely on their powerful bodies to chase down prey in the wild, Huskies were bred for long-distance travel, pulling sleds across vast, frozen landscapes. Their shared agility and stamina come from the same evolutionary roots, even though they've adapted to very different lifestyles. And let's not forget their ears. Both animals have pointed, upright ears that are highly sensitive to sound. This acute hearing helps wolves hunt and communicate within their packs, while Huskies inherited this feature as part of their natural ancestry. Finally, their vocalizations are surprisingly similar. While Huskies are known for their howls, barks, and talking, these sounds are reminiscent of their wild cousins. Wolves are famous for their haunting howls, which serve as a way to communicate over long distances. It's no wonder that Huskies often howl instead of barking. It's a trait carried down from their shared lineage. But while these similarities are fascinating, they're just the surface of the story. When you take a closer look, the differences between wolves and Huskies begin to stand out, and they reveal just how much these animals have diverged over time. Now that we've explored the similarities, let's uncover the key physical differences between wolves and Siberian Huskies. While they may share certain features, These differences reveal just how far apart they are in the animal kingdom. First, let's talk about size. Wolves are significantly larger and more powerful than huskies. A fully grown gray wolf can weigh between 80 to 120 pounds and stand up to 32 inches tall at the shoulder. Compare that to a Siberian Husky, which typically weighs 35 to 60 pounds and stands about 20 to 24 inches tall. Wolves' larger frames give them the strength and endurance needed to hunt large prey and survive in the wild. Next, look at their tails. This is a detail many people overlook. A husky's tail is usually curled upward, especially when they're alert or excited. In contrast, a wolf's tail hangs straight and low, even when they're active. This difference in tail posture is a clear indicator of their contrasting behaviors. One bred for domestication, the other for survival. Then there's their facial structure. While both animals have sharp, defined features, a wolf's face is generally broader with a longer snout. Their teeth are also larger and stronger, built for crushing bones and tearing meat in the wild. Huskies, on the other hand, have slightly narrower faces and smaller teeth, reflecting their role as domesticated companions. One of the most noticeable differences lies in their eyes. Huskies often have striking blue eyes, a feature rarely seen in wolves. Wolves typically have yellow or amber eyes, which are better suited for lobelight hunting. This distinction is one of the easiest ways to tell the two apart at a glance. Finally, let's talk about their paws. Wolves have larger, more robust paws designed for traversing rough terrains like rocky landscapes or snow-covered forests. Their feet are also equipped with webbing, which helps them move across snow without sinking. Huskies, while also adapted for snowy conditions, have smaller, more compact paws that are suited for pulling sleds efficiently. These physical differences tell a story of evolution and purpose. Wolves have adapted to thrive in the wild, while huskies have been shaped by humans to serve as loyal, hardworking companions. But the contrasts don't stop there. Their behaviors are where the gap between these two animals becomes even more pronounced. Behavioral contrasts. While wolves and Siberian Huskies may share some physical traits, their behaviors reveal just how different they are. Let's dive into what makes them act so differently, even though they share common ancestors. First, let's talk about territoriality. Wolves are highly territorial animals. In the wild, they claim and protect large areas for hunting, marking their territory with scent markings. Wolves rely on their territory for survival. It's where they find food, raise their pups, and maintain pack order. They will defend their space fiercely against intruders. Huskies, on the other hand, are far less territorial. They are social animals, known for their friendliness and loyalty. Unlike wolves, who avoid humans unless they are part of their pack, huskies thrive on human interaction. Huskies have been bred for companionship, so they are far more likely to greet strangers with excitement than to act defensively. This difference in territorial behavior stems from thousands of years of domestication, where huskies were selected for their ability to work alongside people, not to fend off threats. Next, consider communication. Wolves communicate through a variety of vocalizations. Howls, growls, and barks are used to maintain contact with their pack, warn of danger, or communicate hunting intentions. Howling is a central part of their social structure, as it helps wolves locate each other and mark their territory. Huskies, however, are more talkative than you might expect. They don't just bark like other dogs, they howl, whine, and sometimes even make unique, talking noises. Huskies howl because it's in their DNA, inherited from their wolf ancestors. But unlike wolves, who used howling as a means of communication with their pack, huskies use it to express themselves in a more playful or attention-seeking manner. Wolves are also instinct-driven hunters. Everything they do is tied to survival. They are constantly scanning their environments, seeking prey, and planning their next move. Their behavior is largely dictated by their need to eat, protect their pack, and stay alive. Wolves can spend hours tracking and hunting down large prey, like deer or elk, in harsh conditions. Huskies, however, are non-aggressive and domesticated animals. While they have the endurance and strength to pull sleds for hours, their instincts are not geared toward hunting large animals. Instead, they're motivated by companionship, exercise, and the task at hand, whether it's pulling a sled or simply playing with their human family. Pack mentality is also crucial for both animals, but it plays out differently. Wolves have a strict pack hierarchy, led by an alpha pair. Every wolf knows its role within the pack, and their actions are coordinated for the greater good of survival. The pack works as a unit, relying on each member to contribute to the hunt and the safety of the group. Huskies, while they do enjoy the company of other dogs, don't have the same rigid pack structure. They were bred to be independent workers, pulling sleds in teams rather than hunting in packs. This means that while they still thrive in groups, Huskies can sometimes show a more individualistic streak. They're more likely to form strong bonds with their human family members, and they're typically less focused on following a strict social order compared to wolves. The last major behavioral difference comes down to training and socialization. Wolves, being wild animals, cannot be trained in the same way a husky can. Their instincts drive them, and they remain unpredictable in many ways. Wolves are not domesticated animals, and their behavior is driven by survival, not human direction. Huskies, in contrast, are highly trainable within reason. They're intelligent and eager to please, which makes them ideal for tasks like pulling sleds, participating in dog sports, or just being a loyal family companion. However, they do have a bit of a stubborn streak, which can make training a challenge at times. Huskies are independent thinkers and need a firm but loving hand to guide them. The role of domestication. So, how did Huskies evolve into the friendly, loyal companions we know today, while wolves stayed wild? The key lies in domestication, and it's a fascinating process that shaped Huskies into the animals we love and understand. But how exactly does domestication affect an animal's behavior, appearance, and overall development? Let's dive into it. First, we need to understand that domestication is a long process. Over thousands of years, humans selectively bred animals for specific traits. In the case of Huskies, early humans in Siberia and Alaska needed a dog that could pull sleds, endure extreme cold, and work in teams. The dogs that performed these tasks best were bred with each other, and over generations, these traits became more pronounced. Huskies were bred for strength, endurance, and work ethic, rather than aggression or wild instincts. They were chosen for their sociability, trainability, and ability to thrive in harsh environments. In contrast, wolves remained wild and untamed, as they were not part of the human world in the same way. Wolves that were too friendly or passive would not survive in the wild, where strength, aggression, and a strong pack structure were crucial for survival. Over time, wolves became more elusive, avoiding human interaction to protect themselves. They developed highly specialized survival instincts that would help them dominate their environment and protect their pack, making them less approachable and more independent. When we talk about domestication, it's not just about the physical traits we see today. It's about the behavioral shifts that happen as these animals adapted to human life. Huskies evolved to be social, looking to humans as part of their pack. They trust their human families and are comfortable in a home environment. In fact, Huskies are known for their affectionate nature and love for human interaction. They often form strong bonds with their families and enjoy being a part of the daily routines. Wolves, on the other hand, are naturally more fearful of humans. They are hardwired to avoid danger, and this includes humans who represent a potential threat in the wild. While some wolves may form bonds with humans in captivity, they never lose that wild instinct, which makes them much more unpredictable and harder to manage. Their instincts for self-preservation and territoriality are much stronger than those of domesticated dogs. Huskies were bred to work alongside humans as part of a team. They were designed to be cooperative and responsive to commands. Wolves, on the other hand, are lone hunters or members of tight-knit packs, where each wolf has a distinct role. Wolves work together for survival, but they don't cooperate with humans. They are self-sufficient. This is one of the biggest factors that differentiate them from domesticated dogs. Huskies depend on humans for guidance and care, while wolves rely on their instincts and the pack to survive. The process of domestication also caused physical changes. While Huskies still retain some wolf-like traits, their faces, bodies, and even their temperaments have evolved over time to be more in line with human needs. Huskies have a strong bond with their owners and are often seen as best friends. This is a stark contrast to wolves, whose independence and survival instincts keep them at a distance from humans. Huskies have been selected for gentleness and the ability to adapt to various human-made environments, while wolves have remained true to their wild roots, shaped by survival and competition in the wilderness. This transformation from wild to domesticated happened gradually, but the impact is significant. Huskies are a perfect example of how domestication can shape an animal's personality, abilities, and appearance. Wolves, meanwhile, remain symbols of untamed nature and the wilderness, acting as a reminder of the power of the wild and the importance of the pack. Health and lifespan differences. Now, let's shift our focus to an often overlooked aspect of the wolf and Siberian Husky comparison: their health and lifespan. While both are strong, resilient creatures, their health needs and life expectancies are shaped by the very different lives they lead. Lifespan is one of the most significant differences between wolves and huskies. Wolves typically live around 6 to 8 years in the wild. Their life expectancy is significantly shorter due to the harsh conditions they face. Constant threats from predators, disease, accidents, and the struggle for food. In the wild, only the strongest survive, and even then, they face constant dangers from the environment. However, in captivity, where they're protected from these dangers, wolves can live up to 12 years or more, though this is rare. On the other hand, Siberian Huskies enjoy a much longer lifespan. Huskies can live between 12 to 15 years, with some even reaching 16 years if they are healthy and well cared for. This extended lifespan is largely due to their domestication and the controlled environments in which they live. They don't have to worry about hunting for food or escaping predators, and their health is largely managed by their owners, who provide a balanced diet, regular vet visits, and protection from environmental dangers. Health-wise, wolves have evolved to be tough and resilient creatures with their bodies adapted to survive in the wild. They are accustomed to enduring harsh conditions, ranging from extreme cold to rugged terrain, and their immune systems are built to handle these challenges. However, this doesn't make them immune to illness. Wolves in the wild are vulnerable to parasites, injuries from hunting, and diseases like rabies, distemper, and mange. Despite their strength and endurance, they're often at the mercy of nature. In contrast, huskies, as domesticated animals, are prone to a different set of health challenges. While they are generally healthy dogs, huskies can suffer from genetic conditions like hip dysplasia, eye problems, including cataracts and progressive retinal atrophy, and autoimmune disorders. These issues arise from selective breeding, where certain traits were emphasized over others. For example, while huskies were bred for strength and stamina, some health problems came along as a byproduct. Regular veterinary care, good nutrition, and proper exercise can help manage these risks and ensure a long, healthy life for a husky. Huskies are also at risk for hypothyroidism and separation anxiety, particularly if they aren't mentally and physically stimulated enough. Their high energy levels and intelligence make them prone to boredom if they don't get enough exercise or attention, which can lead to destructive behavior. Keeping them engaged with activities like running, pulling sleds, or puzzle games is crucial for their well-being. Wolves, meanwhile, don't face these kinds of breed-specific conditions. They are naturally fit and lean, and their physical needs are directly aligned with the harsh conditions of their environment. However, they do face constant health threats in the wild, as their lives are often cut short by disease, predation, or environmental stressors. In captivity, with proper care, wolves can live longer, but even then, their health remains unpredictable because they've adapted to the wild, where survival is always uncertain. Another factor to consider is their diet. Wolves are carnivores with a diet focused on fresh meat, including large prey like deer or smaller animals like rabbits. They require high amounts of protein and fat to fuel their energy needs, which are intense in the wild. Huskies, although similar in their dietary needs due to their wolf heritage, have adapted to living with humans and are fed a commercial dog food diet that's formulated to provide all the necessary nutrients. High-quality dog food is typically rich in protein, fats, and essential vitamins that help maintain a husky's health. Overall, the health differences between wolves and Siberian Huskies can be summed up as follows. Wolves, while extremely resilient, face a shorter lifespan and are at constant risk from the dangers of the wild. Huskies, though they can face health issues, enjoy a much longer lifespan and have more controlled environments that help them live healthier lives. How to care for your husky. Now that we've covered the fascinating differences between wolves and Siberian Huskies, let's talk about how to properly care for your husky if you're considering bringing one into your home or if you already have one. After all, huskies are very different from wolves when it comes to their needs, habits, and lifestyle. First and foremost, exercise is key when it comes to caring for a husky. Huskies are a high-energy breed with incredible stamina and endurance, traits that come from their wolf ancestors. They require a lot of physical activity to keep their bodies and minds engaged. A tired husky is a happy husky. Ideally, huskies should be exercised for at least 1 to 2 hours a day. This can include activities like long walks, runs, hiking, playing in the snow, or even pulling sleds. If you're not able to provide enough physical activity, your husky may become bored, anxious, and even destructive. Huskies have been known to dig, chew, or bark excessively when they don't get enough exercise or mental stimulation. Next, huskies also need proper nutrition to maintain their health and energy levels. Huskies have a similar diet to their wolf ancestors, meaning they need a diet that's rich in protein and fat. This is essential for maintaining muscle tone and fueling their energy. A high-quality dog food made for active breeds is a good option, especially for growing puppies and working dogs. It's crucial to avoid feeding huskies too many carbohydrates, as their digestive systems aren't well suited for grain-heavy diets. Additionally, fresh meat, vegetables, and omega-3 fatty acids, like those found in fish oil or flaxseed, can be added for a more natural diet. Grooming is another important aspect of caring for a husky. Huskies have a thick double coat of fur that helps protect them from extreme temperatures. While their coats help them during cold weather, they do shed a lot, especially during the spring and fall. Regular brushing helps to manage this shedding and keeps their coats looking healthy and shiny. Brushing also helps distribute natural oils throughout their fur, which can be beneficial for their skin and coat health. Don't forget to trim their nails and clean their ears occasionally, as these aspects of grooming are important for maintaining overall hygiene. Proper training is essential when it comes to living with a husky. Huskies are known for their intelligence and stubbornness, traits they inherited from their wolf ancestors. Training should start early and consistency is key. Positive reinforcement works best for huskies. Rewarding good behavior with treats, praise, or toys can be highly effective. Training sessions should be short, engaging, and focused, as huskies tend to have shorter attention spans. This breed thrives when they're challenged, so introducing variety into their training regimen is recommended. Another important aspect of husky care is providing mental stimulation. Huskies have been bred to be working dogs, and their intelligence makes them prone to boredom if not kept busy. Puzzle toys, training games, interactive feeders, and even agility courses can be great ways to keep your husky mentally stimulated. For huskies, physical activity and mental challenges go hand in hand, so a well-rounded daily routine is essential for their well-being. Socialization is also key for huskies, just as it was for their wolf ancestors. Huskies are social dogs by nature, and they enjoy spending time with humans and other pets. Early socialization helps to build their confidence and makes them more adaptable in various situations. Taking your husky to different places, exposing them to various people, pets, and environments can help them become more well-rounded and well-behaved members of the family. Finally, healthcare plays an important role in keeping your husky happy and healthy. Regular veterinary checkups are essential for monitoring your husky's health, especially considering the breed-specific health risks we talked about earlier. Vaccinations, dental care, parasite prevention, and routine screenings for genetic conditions should be part of your husky's healthcare regimen. Husky puppies especially need to be carefully monitored for any developmental issues and provided with proper nutrition and exercise to grow strong and healthy. If you can meet your husky's physical, nutritional, and mental needs, you'll have a happy, well-adjusted dog. Huskies are loyal, affectionate, and intelligent companions, and with the right care, they can bring immense joy to your life. Final thoughts on the Wolf-Husky comparison. We've come a long way in exploring the fascinating differences between wolves and Siberian Huskies. By now, you have a deeper understanding of how these animals, though closely related, have diverged in many significant ways. From their genetics to their behavioral traits, health, and lifespan, it's clear that the husky is a domesticated version of the wild wolf with its own unique set of needs and characteristics. So what's the takeaway from all this? Wolves and huskies may look similar, but they're vastly different in many crucial aspects. Wolves, with their wild nature, are designed to thrive in the harshest environments, relying on their instincts and pack structure to survive. They are independent, powerful, and resilient, but their short lifespan and the dangers of the wild make them vulnerable. On the other hand, Siberian Huskies, while retaining some of the wolf's primal energy and appearance, are domesticated companions with specific care needs that make them suited to living in human homes. Their playfulness, intelligence, and loyalty make them fantastic pets for active families, but their energy and independence streak require an owner who can dedicate time to exercise, training, and mental stimulation. While the wolf's DNA is present in your husky, the truth is that the domestication process has shaped the husky into a breed with its own characteristics. It's important to understand these distinctions to ensure your husky's well-being and to have realistic expectations about life with this majestic breed. Whether you are considering adopting a husky or simply enjoy learning about the wild cousins of the dog world, one thing is certain: both wolves and huskies are incredible creatures, each with their own special place in the world. The wolf's untamed spirit and the husky's domesticated charm are two sides of the same coin, showing the incredible bond between humans and the wild. As we've seen, despite their similarities, the journey from wild wolf to domesticated husky has led to a range of differences in how they live, how they behave, and how we care for them. Understanding these differences not only helps us appreciate the true nature of our huskies, but also allows us to treat them with the respect and care they deserve. Thank you for sticking with us to the end of this deep dive into the world of wolves and huskies. We hope this information has helped you understand your husky better or sparked a newfound appreciation for these incredible animals. As we come to the end of our comparison between wolves and Siberian Huskies, it's clear that while these two creatures share a deep-rooted connection, they are also worlds apart in terms of their behavior, needs, and lifestyle. The wolf, a symbol of the wild, lives by its instincts in an unforgiving world, while the Siberian Husky, though still retaining traces of that wildness, has adapted to a life alongside humans in a much more controlled environment. The wolf's DNA may still run through your husky's veins, but it's the husky's unique traits that make it the beloved companion that so many people cherish today. From their striking appearance to their energetic personalities, huskies are a true testament to the adaptability of the animal kingdom. But remember, owning a husky is not just about having a dog that looks like a wolf. It's about understanding their needs, challenges, and the care they require to thrive as part of your family. If you've learned something new about the similarities and differences between these two incredible animals, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you a husky owner, or do you have any experiences with wolves? What's your opinion on the similarities between them? Drop a comment below, and let's start a conversation. Also, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of wolves and huskies, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified about our future videos. We've got plenty more exciting content lined up, from animal comparisons to other fascinating facts that will keep you hooked. Remember, the journey to understanding animals goes beyond just facts. It's about connecting with them and appreciating what makes them unique. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.